Hello, this is Cooking Simplified with JJ Evans, and today we're going to be doing crock pot chicken. I have a whole chicken here, and it's Purdue, and it was $6 today. We have a lemon that was 50 cents. We have 3 cloves of garlic. Our garlic was 89 cents, and we have our butter. We have half a stick already pre-sliced in a bowl here because we're going to make a simple marinade to go underneath the skin of the chicken. So this is very exciting. First, to our butter, I'm going to go ahead and mince our 3 cloves of garlic. So if you'll bring the camera a little closer, dear. Okay, we don't need that skin, so we're just going to leave that on the cutting board. Okay, again, same thing, put the skin to the side. We're just gonna mince our 3rd clove of garlic. I wish you could be here right now, it smells amazing, but then again, I love garlic. I don't know if everyone else does. We're just gonna take and drop it into the bowl with the butter, just with the back of our fingers. And now we're gonna take our lemon, just 1 whole lemon, and we're gonna mince that as well. We only wanna take the yellow portion of the lemon off. The white you wanna leave on there, or else you get bitter tasting zest. It's gross. So very carefully just turn. And watch how far down you're zesting. Once you start to see the white, then you're good. You've already taken off the top layer, which is the zest, and that's exactly what you're trying to get. This dish is really, really cool. It's almost like a new take on baked chicken, because instead of doing it in the oven and sitting here and wasting countless hours just waiting around on the chicken to be done in the oven, you can actually do it in the crock pot and kind of pre-cook it, because it's going to cook on high for 3 hours versus if we did low for 5 hours, because not everyone has 5 hours to wait on their chicken to cook. We all had pretty busy and active lives. As you can see, I have on my scrubs, so I just came in from work and pre-prepped everything for you guys and came in and washed my hands and washed the chicken. Okay, so we've got all of our zest. Now, on the side of our chicken here that we've already washed, I'm just going to take a little paring knife and I'm going to cut the lemon in half. I'm going to go ahead and pop that seed out. I'm just going to take my hand and cup it to catch any seeds so they don't go into our marinade that's going to go under the skin. Okay, we got all the juice out of that 1 lemon half. Now we're just going to do the exact same thing to the second half. Just turn and squeeze and use that other hand to catch the seeds so they don't fall into the mixture. Okay. Let me grab a paper towel, because as usual my hands are pretty wet here after dealing with lemon. So I'm going to take this and put it in the microwave and just melt the butter and the lemon zest and the garlic down until it's a mixture. So you probably want to do this for about a minute just to see if it's the right consistency. Meantime, I've got my little baby spoon here, so as soon as this is ready, I'm going to give it a quick stir. I've already pushed the skin back, the top layer under my chicken. I took 2 fingers and I pushed them through the top so that way I'd be able to get all the marinade into the chicken, because what you're really going to do, you're going to take your spoon and you're just going to take it and tilt it slightly back, or if you want, you can just lift the skin and push the liquid back into the chicken. see what we're working with here. Oh, perfect. Everything is melted down. I'm just gonna take and mix everything here, as you can see. Smell is amazing. Into this mixture, I'm going to add a tablespoon of salt. I'm going to add half a teaspoon of onion powder, half a teaspoon of thyme, then we're going to add half a teaspoon of oregano. Come on. Okay, and then we're just gonna give it a quick little stir. Smells fabulous. Okay, and now with our lovely chicken here, as you can see, the skin has already been pushed back. So you just want to take a spoonful of the mixture and just push it under the skin. And like if you need to push the skin back even further, you can do that with the spoon. As you can see, I'm under the skin. I'm just moving it back so that I have more space to put more liquid if I want to. So I'm actually, just make it a little easier, I'm going to tilt my chicken. I'm going to tilt it, and I'm going to spoon in the juice. And it doesn't have to be perfect. So if some slides into the actual cavity of the chicken, it's okay. It's not going to be a major like deal if that happens. It just makes the chicken even yummier. Okay, and I'm just going to use half of the mixture because I'm going to take and coat the outside skin with the rest of the mixture. But for the time being, I'm going to go ahead and wash my hands because I have to do something else in the crock pot to prepare this before I actually put it in here. So you just use the back of your like hand to get a little bit of soap out to keep from cross-contaminating. And just give our hands a quick scrub. Sheet of paper towel. In the meantime, we're going to take this foil here. If you don't have, of course, a little rack that sits inside of the crock pot so that the chicken isn't directly sitting in the juices while it's roasting for the 3 hours on high, then what you can do is take a little handy piece of foil. And you're just going to take it and roll it horizontally. Roll it, roll it, roll it, and then we're just going to connect it and make it into a little O-ring here. This keeps the chicken from sitting directly down into the juices in the crock pot. This way it's sitting up more so it cooks a little bit better when it's slow cooking. Oops, hold on. I did not secure that well enough. That's better. And we're just going to place it in there. Now we're going to take our crock pot and we're going to turn it on to high. So while that's on high, I'm going to go ahead and move my cutting board a little bit closer so that way I don't get chicken juice all over the counter. I'm going to pick up my beloved chicken and put it in here. Now I'm going to take and wash my hands yet again. And I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm just going to use the back of my hand and my wrist. And once again, you don't want to cross-contaminate anything by touching anything with raw chicken. I don't need to salt the cavity. It's perfectly fine how it is. I'm just going to take the remainder of the garlic and, of course, the lemon zest mixture in the butter with all of our seasonings, and I'm just going to pour that over the top of the chicken. meantime, we're just gonna take a tablespoon of salt and go in here and just make sure that we salt our bird really good. Then we're going to add a tablespoon of pepper. We're going to add a tablespoon of poultry seasoning. This gets a little stubborn. Add a little bit more onion powder, so probably about half a tablespoon I'll add. Nothing too crazy because I've already added onion powder to the butter mixture. A little bit more oregano to go across the top, just, you know, half a teaspoon. And we're gonna add just a little bit more thyme, so half a teaspoon of thyme as well. Key factor to this is that we're just going to place our lid on. We've already turned it on high, and we're just going to let this bad boy cook for 3 hours. This is part 1 of the tutorial. And once this is done, I'm going to go ahead and transfer it over to an actual pan, and I'm going to broil it for 10 minutes at 500 degrees, which is just a high broil. And I'll be demonstrating that in the second video, so stay tuned for crock pot chicken.